You know, and that's the thing. Like, but as men, we have to be strong when we can.
Yeah.
And we have to play other roles as well. So being strong is only one role that we play.
So it's okay to be Clark Kent.
It's okay to be Clark Kent.
But you never hear that, though. That's the thing. You never hear that.
We need Clark Kent.
We
need the Clark Kents.
Yeah. Yo, you're not prescribed with the realest, where we say the things your friends won't say and your man gonna lie about. So today, you know what I'm saying? It's your boy Dewey Rice. We in the building once again, the motherfucking building. And today, you know, I'm sitting with, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna call this Shop Talk. We're gonna call this episode Shop Talk. You know how, so growing up when I was a kid, you know, when I'm back in my day, I ain't too old, but back in my day, I used to be at the shop with my dad for like 3-4 hours because they be talking about basketball, they be talking about women and everything. So today, we're gonna call this Shop Talk, you feel me? Because I'm sitting with two grown ass niggas that know what they talking about, okay? So we're gonna start with you. Go ahead and tell us who you are.
All right, my name is Craig Fitzgerald.
Okay.
I'm here at The Realist.
Yeah, and
you know, to talk that talk, right? But we're here to talk about mental health and the effects of it, and working with African American males.
Yeah,
so let's talk about it.
Okay. Who else am I sitting with?
Man, Devin, Washington. Yeah. I'm here with two good brothers that I happen to know for a little minute now. I appreciate you guys. And I'm also here to talk about some mental health, man. Let's dive into it.
Yeah, okay. So they ready. Mental health, Black men.
Mental health month.
Shop Talk.
Definitely mental health.
Before we get into all of that, I want to know, let's get a little personal. How was y'all's weeks, bro? It's Friday. So how's y'all's weeks been, you know? Let's talk about it.
A good week, man.
Okay.
You know, kind of busy.
Yep.
Little stuff, you know, especially being a therapist and working with a couple clients, going through some things and trying to get that stuff out in the wash. But man, overall, man, good.
Okay.
Good. Yeah.
My week has been all right. I mean, I just got back from Colombia.
Traveling.
And I want to be back there. So
you want to be back?
It was kind of, you know, transitioning back to work. You know, when you off work for a little bit, vacay, go back to work. It's like, I'd rather be back.
I want to go back.
Go back. The weather.
But other than that, like, it's been all right. You know, I got crazy kids. I got crazy clients. I'm as well. I am a therapist as well. So, you know.
Up and down.
Yeah, up and down. Up and down, all around.
Okay, well.
I like that.
You know, I'm not. I'm the client. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the therapist, right? So, this week has been cool for me.
Yeah.
You know, working corporate life, definitely still getting used to that. Going to the gym.
Right.
It's draining, you know what I'm saying? Monday
Absolutely.
through Thursday and Saturday it gets draining. So my body been tired all week, but we pushing through. And like I said, you know, it's been a cool week. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. So with the show, you know what I'm saying? Y'all new to the show, right?
Yeah.
So on this show, we have like, you know, it's called the waiting room. So the waiting room is where we play a little game, kind of get y'all, let the audience know who y'all are, trying to unplug a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask y'all a couple questions and then we'll get into it. Y'all tell me y'all's response and that'll let the audience know who y'all are, who they listening to.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
So first question. It's Friday. You'd have had a hell of a week. What are you doing to unplug? What is one thing you're doing to unplug?
So my Fridays, I like to go to the gym.
Okay.
I mean, first thing I like to go to the gym because I know I'm gonna be on some trash a little bit later. So I want to get it out the way.
Yeah.
You know, go to the gym, get my pump in, then trash.
Everything else.
Do I need to explain trash?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Trash may be, you know, having a couple drinks, stepping out, and letting the drink take me wherever it takes me. That's it.
That's trash.
Okay, that's trash.
Oh, man, hey, I might have to pick up on that one. Dang, trash. Okay. Well, yeah, you got me thinking
but
now.
trash can be good, man.
Yeah, no,
it can be. It can end very well.
You know,
what I'm saying? Trash can
one man's trash is another man's treasure.
There it is. I like that. Hey, I salute that. I salute that.
What you doing to unplug?
Man, kind of what you guys are saying, you know, first of all, definitely, you know, trying to go to the weight room, you know, get a little pump in, run in, like that. But nah, I feel kind of bad, man. You talk about trash because I just deal with clients and go home. You just
call it a day.
I just call it like, hey, man, it's crazy, it's whatever.
Yeah,
man, let me just go home and maybe eat something crazy,
maybe
some trash.
Okay, so eat some trash. Okay, I'm definitely with you, bro. Yo, I'm gonna eat some trash. Hopefully a good meal, right? Hopefully I got a good meal on Friday, and then I need me some Terramana. I need me some tequila, right?
Okay.
I ain't on the
Hold on.
though.
What did you say? You need some what?
Some tequila, some Terramana.
Terramana.
Some Terramana. That's my Terramana is my shit. So I need me some tequila, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a little tequila sunrise. Shout out to Miss Mixie in the building, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to her.
You know, yes.
So maybe a little tequila sunrise. I just need a little kick it.
Okay.
I need definitely
That's
to unplug. So usually on Fridays I like get a drink, get some food, and I watch my favorite podcast called Poor Minds. Okay. So like, you know, a little bit of podcasting for me, and I'll be cool. So
studying your craft, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Gotta study. You got to always study. You feel me?
Yeah.
All right, next one. You in the car, and then we just talked about it, but it's time to kick it. What song are you throwing on? Name one song you gonna throw on.
Man,
Knife Talk.
Okay.
Knife Talk. I'm turning all the way up.
21, right?
21.
Okay.
21.
Knife Talk.
Yeah. I'm throwing Knife Talk on. We doing it.
DMX, man.
DMX.
I got everything DMX, man.
DMX. Okay, what's your favorite song by DMX though?
The anthem.
Okay.
No. Hold up. I'm talking about where my dog's at.
Yes, there it is.
Okay. I gotta go DMX. Yeah. Where my dog's at.
Okay, kick it. You know what? So Future just dropped a nice little tape, right?
Okay.
So I might throw me on some Future, but let me think of somebody else. I'm more like, honestly, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You know what I'm saying? If I'm getting hyped and shit, I might throw on me some Meg Thee Stallion. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I can ride to some Meg. She hated it. I'm gonna ride to some Meg. I'm gonna write it down. So I'm gonna throw on some Meg Thee Stallion. You know what I'm saying? A little bop. And
you trying to get ratchet?
You know what I'm saying?
Trying to get ratchet.
That's what
Yeah,
you want. You want a lot of ass shaking. You want a lot of that. So I'm gonna go that route. You know what I'm saying? All right. So the last one before we get into the office, y'all. So you just got a call with some really good ass news, right? Okay. Who was the first person you're calling and why?
I just got some good news. I'm calling my mom.
Your mom. Okay.
I typically go to my mom for like advice, inspiration, to tell her things. Yeah. She just knows what to say.
That's what's up.
It's gonna be something spiritual. She's probably going sure. She may quote a verse from the Bible, but I need that. Yeah. So I'm calling my mom. I'm telling her, Mom, hey, this is what's happening. This is what happened. Like, she's gonna bless me even further. So
that's what's up.
Yeah. You know what? That first call I think I'll make is probably to maybe two people. I've had to pick two people in there. My son and my daughter.
Okay.
Because I want to hear because whatever I'm about to be blessed with, they probably gonna want half of it anyway.
Yeah.
So I gotta
or more than half.
So I think I'm calling them just to let them know, like, hey. Hey, this was Pops just got.
Yeah.
What we gonna do?
Okay, that's what's up. That's beautiful. Yeah. So, because they gonna want half of it. Okay.
Not even the fact that they gonna want half. You're gonna give them half. That's beautiful.
Here it is. Let me say that's better. I'm gonna give it to them. Yeah. You gotta ask for. I'm gonna give it to them.
Straight up.
Good point.
That's what's up. All right. Yeah. So me, I would have to say for sure, I'm definitely calling my grandma. Yeah. Like so, what you were talking about, like my mom giving me inspiration, whatever. Yeah. Definitely my grandma. She definitely gonna quote a Bible verse. She definitely gonna say, God did that. You know what I'm saying? God did it for you. But definitely got Clark. That's my dog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like instant, what is it called? Instant gratification. Like I know she's gonna give me exactly what I need at the exact time, all the time. You know what I'm saying? So
that's grandma.
That's definitely, you know what I'm saying? That's definitely what I'm gonna call, right? Yeah. All right, so it's time for the shop talk, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Right, we here. They ready for it. They ready for it. Talking to two therapists. And honestly, we crafted this episode because first of all, it's May Mental Health Month, right? So we're gonna end it off with this episode. But I think it's important to have this conversation because we don't have a lot of black men, don't have a lot of safe spaces. Maybe men in general, but I know for a fact I'm a black man, so I know I don't always feel comfortable or safe to talk and express myself like I should, right?
Absolutely.
So I thought this would be a great episode. So the first thing I want to ask y'all, just straight off the cuff, like, how would you define what is a man? What does a man mean to you? How would you define a man?
I would define a man as someone who takes care of business. Someone who is knowledgeable about whatever it is he needs to be knowledgeable about. Someone who is a empathetic, someone who is understanding, someone who can be strong. Not saying they have to be strong all the time. And someone who can be nurturing. And I say nurturing because that's typically a female role in society's mind. But at the end of the day, males are nurturers as well. People come in contact with both males and females at all times. Absolutely. Females know way more about being a female because that's what they are. Males know way more about being a male because that's what they are. Right. So in that role, nurturing, taking care of whatever you need to take care of, you know, passing on love, passing on compassion, passing on whatever it needs to be. So I would say a man is all of that. You know, a provider. I mean, that's a typical answer that people would say.
Yeah.
But all in all, he's all of that. He's able to play his role and make some sort of positive impact.
Absolutely.
You know.
Okay.
Let me add on to that, because everything you're saying I agree with,
Yep.
and I full-heartedly believe that too. Just add a little bit too. I think a man and what a man is and what that role is, I think it changes from each individual.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
And it changes in the stages of your life.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
who you are as a man at 18 is going to be different than who you are at 25.
Absolutely.
Who you are at 35, 45, 50, and on up. You know what I'm saying? So now you as a man, I think one of your best qualities you have to have is the ability to adapt and grow
Yeah.
on each stage.
Absolutely.
Because it's going to change. You
Yeah.
know, who I parent as somebody at a 3-year-old and then raising and trying to talk to an adult child is different. You know what I'm saying? So I think a man is also what you make of it.
Yeah.
Right? Because that individual person, because now we got that role. We talk about, man, you got to look at the LGBT community, how they might view a man to be.
Yeah.
You know, how the African American community, the Caucasian community, it varies. You know what I'm saying? With and also the environment changes how you adapt to what being a man is. Because in different environments, different things are expected of you from a man.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's really good. So listen though, we've been working on this answer for me, right? Yeah. So I'm working on it, right? But it's basically what y'all said. So I was saying, y'all know what a chameleon is?
Yeah.
Like, you know, a motherfucker that can change with whatever. So change
Yeah.
with environments.
Yeah.
So that's why I was thinking a man. A man is somebody that can change in environments, but like keeping his same standard, his foundation, right? But I feel like you were saying, men need to be able to adjust because we're forever growing. Right. And I think that a lot of people forget that. Like women and men, we forget that, like you said, every day is different. We are learning something new every day. Right. And we are adapting to the environment that we're in.
Right.
I think what you're talking about, man, that's the fear, right? The fear of of change, the fear of change.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
That's me for sure.
You know, okay,
Change.
okay.
Change. I don't like change.
Oh man,
I don't like it at all.
Come on,
Right. And a lot of
we
people
don't like it. Yeah,
A lot of people don't because they're, you know, it is scary what you don't know.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I always ask people, like, what's on the other side of fear?
Absolutely.
And it's like, whatever answer they give, but there's nothing on the other side of that. It's just a thought. It's just a thought in your mind.
Yeah.
Or whatever I've experienced, I like to go toward fear.
Okay.
Now, if somebody got a gun, I'm not about to run.
yeah.
But
No, thank you. Don't do that. Like,
because what I find is that fear possesses the majority of the lessons.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Through fear, through hard work. And what I found is on the other side of fear is some beautiful bliss that I wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
You know, had I not.
Good point.
Absolutely.
You know?
How about not?
Had I not, I would have known that, you know, I conquered this. I did this.
Yeah.
You know, I jumped out of a plane before. You know, I skydived.
I ain't never done that
Ain't
now.
doing
That was literally the scariest thing
I
I've
can
done
imagine.
Yeah, for
in
sure.
my life. I mean,
Yeah.
have you guys been in planes? You've been in a plane.
Yeah.
But you ain't never been in
I
a
ain't
plane
never
where they
jumped
open
out
that
of
where they open that damn door like, yeah, we're about to do this. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. And then the instructor told me to put your legs out. I put my legs out. Man, I put my legs out that plane, and the wind is blowing my legs out crazy. I'm like, oh my god! He's like, you ready? I'm like, no, I'm not ready. You know?
Yeah.
And then he was like, well, 3, 2, 1, and he kind of scooted me out. And we were there, and I'm falling. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
For the first 5, 6, 7 seconds. Then after that, it was like, you know what?
This is dope.
I can focus on my fear.
Okay.
Or I can focus on how beautiful this is right here.
Absolutely.
You know,
That's
and
a good
how
point.
strong I am and how powerful I am. It was like once I overcame that, it was like, what is fear?
Yeah. What is that?
This is
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
But check this out. What you talking about when you dealing with somebody, working with somebody that's dealing with anxiety, right? The main focal point of anxiety is the unknown. And I tell people, you deal with anxiety every day.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right? When you go out your door, when you go out your house, you don't know what's on the other side.
idea.
But you do it every day without even thinking. You get in your car. You don't know what's going to be down the freeway, the house, but you do it every day without thinking because you got used to doing it.
Yeah.
Right? So I tell people with anxiety, it's all about pushing through that first initial part of the fear of the unknown. Like, you know what I'm saying? Taking a test. The fear of like, am I past it? Did I study enough?
Absolutely.
And like what you said, that was anxiety you was having because the unknown was, shit, I don't know what's going to happen.
I don't know if this parachute
Right, like,
you know, splat on the ground.
Now, I gotta keep it real. You messed me up when you said you got to the point you started looking at the beauty and all that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would with that, bro. My eyes probably been closed the whole time. Like,
and
I
you
don't
say
know
that
about
because you
beauty.
haven't experienced it, right?
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
fear
no,
piece. That's like,
just said
I
it.
wouldn't
Yeah.
be able to do that. But in that situation, you
go.
probably most
Good
definitely
point.
would.
Good point. Yeah.
I'm definitely like that though. When you talking about the unknown, that's me. Like I literally have told anybody that know me probably knows. I say like I have a fear of the unknown because you just never know. Like you said, what's on the other side. You never know what's from this decision I'm about to make. You never know what's from this purchase I'm about to make.
Right.
Like I'd have been broke as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, like what's going on? So okay, I like your moment. So your moment was jumping out of the plane.
Yeah.
And what's yours?
Man, I think one of the biggest fears that I had, just if you want to just talk about life, I got to be honest, man. It's just being a parent. You know, being a father.
Yeah.
Right. Because you go through moments of things you can't control.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? From the birth, from their walks in life, or if you making the right decision, you doing the right thing. If we talking shop, we talk some real shit now.
Yeah.
You know, as a man, do I provide the way I need to provide? Have I provided everything I need to provide? Or even if your son and your daughter, your children succeed the way they succeed, is that a reflection of you or not a reflection of you?
Right.
How you carry that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you ask, that's a daily fear though, man.
Yeah.
For sure.
Being a father is like a daily fear.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm glad you brought that up because I raised my daughter on my own. You know, her mom lives in Houston. You know, me and my baby live here.
Yeah.
And I'm always afraid. I'm always thinking, you know, am I doing the right thing? Wow. Did I do the right thing?
Yeah.
You know, I fought for my baby hard in court and got custody of her.
Yeah.
But did I do the right thing? Because she's now not with her mother.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know?
Okay.
So it's like those things, you know, that fear, and I walk into that fear.
Yeah.
You know, I walk through it, and I say to myself, you're doing the best you can. And she's gonna be all right, but it's still those thoughts, and it's like, but did I do the right thing?
Yeah.
Is this the best thing for her? Because society will tell you, kids, especially girls, need to be with their moms.
Yeah.
That's the theme.
Absolutely.
You know, I think every child should be with their mom and their dad if possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
You know, like I
of course.
said earlier, men have I can teach my daughter about men all day.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, let me not say I don't know. I do know. I can teach her about women. I can teach her, but I'm not an expert, you know, like a woman is.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so, you know, that right there is just like, you know, a fear that I walk with every single day.
Yeah. And you know what's funny though? When I think about what you guys just said as parents, I think my parents struggle with that same thing too.
Yeah.
And it's about what you said, am I doing the right? Like, am I doing everything right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I literally just had an episode on this with the mothers. I had a Mother's Day episode. We were talking about, and I mean, you know, y'all are like growing, like we said, changing every day.
Every day.
Everything ain't gonna be right. And I had to finally accept that from my parents. Like, you couldn't have did everything right.
There's no
You know,
way.
if
It's
everything is a
impossible.
learning lesson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like real shit, it's
Yeah.
it's really impossible. So shout out to y'all, you know what I'm saying, for
Yeah.
being parents.
Oh, yeah.
And still sticking
Yeah.
this thing through, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like real talk.
And
real talk.
those failures are some of the most magical learning lessons.
What do you mean by
that?
that?
You can find. Like when you fail, it's
yeah.
like you won't do that same thing again. You
Yeah.
understand
That
now.
makes
You
sense.
understand that different perspective that you didn't understand before. You know, I mean, I fail a lot. I've failed a lot.
Yeah.
You know, but I've learned from them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've learned, and I don't do that anymore.
Right.
I don't go there anymore.
That makes
you
sense.
know, growing up, my dad was very hands-on with punishment.
Okay.
You know, and when I first started raising my daughter, I was hands-on with punishment.
Yeah.
And understanding her, understanding, and the fact that she's a young lady and I'm a grown man, it's like, well, I probably need to do something a little different.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and I adjusted.
Yeah.
You know, I adjusted
Adjustment
the
game.
way that I disciplined my daughter. It's like, well, you know, she's 10 now, so I don't too much put my hands on her. Now, there may be a time where I might have to, hey,
I might want to do a little
daddy time, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, other than that, like, you know, it's all growth and knowledge, and you learn from your mistakes.
Okay.
You know, just saying here and listen what you're saying. One of the biggest things that I think that I grew from from watching what my father didn't do. Right, I had my father tell me years ago that he never heard his father tell him that he loved him. So it's just something he wasn't used. But check this out, though. Check this out. But what I was missing in my father, right? I was trying to raise my kids based off of what I wanted in a father. And that's one of the biggest mistakes I made.
Okay.
Because I'm looking at these knuckleheads like, dang, if I had a father like me, man, I would be I'd be good. Yeah. But man, it wasn't what they needed. They needed me to be what they needed in their life, not what I needed in a father. I had to flip that whole thing. And when you talk about raising a daughter, my daughter, man, I had her when I was young. And I remember, and we still healing from this to today, is that as a man, I wanted her to be different than what I was growing up as having, a teenage daughter and everything like that. So I parented her based off of what I didn't want her to become, not parenting her based off of what she needed. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
And she continued to grow because of that. I'm still healed, right? Still healed because of that. And that's the role of what you said, being a father, how we change in stages and not knowing. Because what she needs from me now, that little girl in her still need that father.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what you doing with your daughter, man, don't never discredit that, because what she's getting from you now, she's going to take for the rest of her life.
Definitely the lessons. It's definitely lessons. Even like being 28 now, like thinking about it, I feel like me and my dad have talked more in like the last 3 or 4 months than like ever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real talk.
And it's really like, the dude calls me every day. Like it's literally like he calls me his best friend. Like it's not the weirdest thing, but it's weird just based on the growth and where we came from. But I feel like he's finally hit that adjustment piece where it's like
so
that different stage.
It's different. I wouldn't say it may be weird to you, but
that's why I didn't want to use weird. It's different.
A transition.
It's a transition
and that's
for
beautiful.
sure.
You know, my dad recently passed. He passed in January.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you. And there's so many things I wish I could have said to him. There's so many conversations I wish I could have had to learn about me.
Yep.
You know, literally before my dad passed, I was to the point where like, I'm ready to have these conversations. I'm ready to talk to this man. I'm ready. I wanted to know like, why do I do this? Or why do I do this? And I know it stems from him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So treasure that. Like, that's beautiful. That's amazing.
No,
you know?
nice.
You are his best friend. He is your best friend.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, bro.
It's crazy, but literally, I'm telling you, from where we came from.
Yeah.
Like real shit. It's like it's definitely an adjustment piece, but just talking to y'all, it's starting to you know?
You're more uncomfortable. You're probably more uncomfortable about it than he is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
So you like my man Devin, you got to embrace it now. Right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know, because I probably talk to my son every other day too, and we be on some. Couple times I was like, dude, chill out, man. I don't want to know all that. But you know, I got to know it, right? Because he needs something different from me now. He don't need dad. He needs
coach.
I need that real shit. You know what I'm saying? We need to talk about it.
He doesn't necessarily
like,
need
dad, don't be the
coach.
therapist. Don't be this.
Yeah.
You need to be that dude for me right now.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to get it in, you know, so.
And when I think about parents too, and think about fathers, like I think about, and you kind of said it when you were describing a man, like somebody, we always view men as being strong, right? Like that strong guy, that strong, you know what I'm saying? And when a nigga not strong, you looking at him like, oh, you a wimp, you a sissy and whatever. So explain this to me. Like, how do y'all feel about a man being strong? What is y'all stance on that? Like, you know, we all need somebody. We were actually just discussing this before we started. So you can go ahead and give us your little breakdown too.
The way I look at it, right? You know, we talk about this concept of Superman.
Yep.
Right? Superman strong, got the cape. But if you look at Superman, you have to look at Clark Kent.
Yep.
They was considered the opposite of one another.
So you got to break it down for people that maybe have not been in Marvel.
You got Superman.
Yes.
Clark Kent is Clark Kent and his alter ego is Superman.
Absolutely.
Okay. Clark Kent is just a regular Joe. You know, regular 9 to 5, working, do his thing. Really average, maybe a little bit below average because how they look at Clark Kent.
Yep.
Right. But now when Clark Kent turned into Superman, he got the cape, his muscle come out, his outfit. He got the the red tight suit on and all that. Everybody love him. He even got the little curly hair up front. You know, they love him. His whole hair changed. But I tell people, if you dig a little deeper in the whole concept of Clark Kent and Superman, it's all about expectations.
Yeah.
Right. Clark Kent, the expectation of Clark Kent was very small. It was didn't nobody expect him to do anything. Even when he was working at the newspaper, he had the lowest assignment. He was clumsy. He was like kind of doofus.
Yeah.
But he was in love with Lois Lane.
Yeah.
But who got Lois Lane?
Man.
Superman. The muscle, the flying. But the expectation of Superman was you gonna save us. Whenever something go wrong, we need you. We don't want Clark Kent. Clark Kent ain't what we looking for. We need you, Superman.
Yeah.
But Superman always wanted to go back to Clark Kent. He had the opportunity to walk around as Superman.
Yeah.
But what's the expectation if you walk around with the cape?
So many.
Right.
So many.
You got to save us. You got to be there. You got to protect us. You got to do this. You got to do that.
good.
Come on, Superman.
Everything's
Come on,
on him.
Superman.
Literally on your
shoulders.
Yeah.
But now the reward, he got Lois Lane, though.
He did. He definitely did.
He got all the accolades.
Right.
But Clark Kent didn't get none of it.
But being strong has to get tiring, though. You
That's
know
why
what
he
I'm
had to
saying?
go to Clark Kent.
And
So
my thoughts about that is men should be strong when they can.
There
You
it
know,
is.
when you can.
Yeah.
You know, man, I had a conversation with this guy that I turned to, like, sort of, I guess I could say he's kind of like a mentor to me.
Okay,
You know, because I'm at pertaining to my daughter, you know, it was something that was just baffling me. I don't know how to deal with this.
Yeah.
You know, And I turned to this guy, and he's telling me all these things. He's pouring into me. He's been there. He's done all the same things, and it's like, oh, you know. And in that moment, I didn't feel strong, and I wasn't strong. You know, because I didn't know. I want to be strong, you know, and that's the thing. Like, but as men, we have to be strong when we can.
Yeah.
And we have to play other roles as well. So being strong is only one role that we play.
So
you know?
so it's okay to be Clark Kent.
It's okay to be Clark Kent.
But you never
the
hear
world
that, though.
needs.
That's the thing. You never
We
hear
need
that.
Clark Kent.
We
We
need
need the Clark Kents.
Yeah.
You know, because who wants all that pressure on them all the time?
All the time.
Don't put all that pressure on me.
Yeah.
Don't put it back on you.
Exactly.
Oh, I got to be strong. You know,
You got it. You got it this time. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, and like you said, I like that you said that because we need Clark Kent. Just because he was portrayed the way he was portrayed,
Right.
That's movie, media, comic books, everything like that.
Yep.
But you, as a man, you have to have moments, man, when you're not carrying that weight, when you're not carrying that pressure of I got to be everything to everybody constantly.
Needs, yeah.
And then what? That's why black males die of heart disease more than anybody else. Black men have cancer and die more than anybody else. Black man. Every disease possible, we get more than anybody else. And also, one of the things, especially when we talk about mental health, we die in silence.
Yeah.
We die in silence.
Absolutely
Yeah,
die in
yeah,
silence.
too.
Absolutely.
You know?
I feel like because I mean I could definitely speak to that because I feel like just now, maybe like 2 years ago, mental health and going to therapy was a thing for us. Like, so you find a lot of like my counterparts in therapy now, like people my age in therapy, but like I don't know about your OGs, they not in therapy. Like my dad, literally, we had a conversation the other day. He was like, I can't believe I was talking to this girl. I can't believe my little nigga in therapy. I couldn't believe my little nigga was in therapy. I'm like, huh? Like, nigga, what? But he said that therapy didn't read to them. Like, it wasn't, we're gonna seek a therapy. It was, I'm gonna talk to my homie or I'm just not gonna say nothing at all.
Yeah.
So it's literally what you were saying.
Like you said right there, my father said to me, he never heard his father tell him he loved him. Never.
Yeah.
Man, think about what that would do to you. You know what I'm saying? He died, my father passed away about a year ago.
Sorry to hear that.
So he
too.
passed away, never hearing his father say he. Can you imagine mentally what that would do to you?
But I don't think that's a thing though. Honestly, like honestly, I'm trying. So when you just said that, I'm starting to think like, my dad ain't love me. He has on a post, but like, I don't think we in the conversation like that.
I literally asked my mom that question because
okay.
I don't remember my dad saying that he loved me. You know, I asked my mom. I said, "Mom, did Dad used to tell us he loved us?" She said, "Yeah, all the time." And I think that it was him being Superman, him being strong, right? And the thing is, everybody doesn't need Superman because guess what? If Superman takes his glasses off and looks at you, he's gonna burn a hole in your face. Yeah. But Clark Kent can look at you with his eye. You can look Clark Kent in the eye.
Yeah.
And you'll be fine. Exactly. And sometimes that's what you need. You just need the Clark Kent. You don't need all that.
Yeah.
You know?
And I feel like
so you have to be able to adjust. You have to be able to play both
that
roles.
is.
Can you be Superman? Wonderful, but can you be Clark Kent?
Can you be Clark Kent?
I think Clark Kent, when we talk about Clark Kent, he was able to be vulnerable.
Right.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
Absolutely.
So we talk about
That's
vulnerable
it.
and vulnerability. I feel like a lot of men struggle with that. Nigga, me.
That's the fear.
Real shit. Like, it's definitely a fear, but it's like,
And it's also an
definitely struggle with being
expectation.
vulnerable.
You know, society has an expectation on you as a man. Like, you can't be vulnerable.
You can't
do
talk.
that.
Yeah.
You can't, whatever.
Yeah.
But
you
check
know,
this out though. When you talk about that vulnerability, now you got to ask who do you trust that with? Because then when you expose that to somebody,
Not a lot of them. Not a lot of them. Because like it's hard. Because now that I expose it to you and you throw it back on me,
there it is.
now we really have a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I could really count on my hands how many people I've actually been completely vulnerable with. Like how many people really know things that went on in my life, and you know what I'm saying? Like literally, like. And I was actually having this conversation again. I'll be having all these conversations, but I was talking to the shorty and I was telling her like, if I wasn't in therapy, I literally don't know what I would be or what I would do because I've been guarded for so long. You know what I'm saying? And so therapy has allowed me to like open up or kind of allow that box to be kind of like grabbed in. You can grab a little bit out the little prize box. Not a lot. Not a lot. You grab one or two toys. That's it. But right, that's all you need.
So the thing with being vulnerable, it has a lot to do with self-esteem, right?
Okay.
And
how you gonna hit us with that?
Damn, now he talking too much.
Yeah, baby. Hey, cut the mic.
Right, now he talking too much.
And when somebody's vulnerable and you have high self-esteem, if it does come back to you, it's okay. Because you know what you are, right?
Yeah.
Same thing like for me, a big decision in my life was to, not a big decision, but when I got my nose pierced, it was like, a lot of people associate that with being gay. And I don't, gay, not gay, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, it was like, dang, do I want to walk around with that perception? Everybody thinks I'm gay because I have my nose pierced. And it's like, I don't give a damn what people think about me.
Period.
Because I'm okay.
This is me.
I'll be vulnerable with you.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll be vulnerable. I'll be whatever you want me to be.
Yeah.
I'm not gay.
Yeah.
That's just how I was made. But at the end of the day, like people are going to perceive whatever they perceive from you.
Absolutely.
Let them have it.
Definitely.
Because a lot of times they're projecting their own fears, their
On
own
you.
their own unwillingness to be vulnerable on you.
There you go.
I would
good
never
shit.
do that. Why would you do that?
Yep.
Well, I did that because I'm
wanted
stronger
to.
than you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's real shit.
Yeah. No. And what you're saying with the whole self-esteem and let's talk about
get into it.
It's something that we always associate with females, right? We associate with body image, hair image, face, and like that. Man, guys deal with that self-esteem piece even more so from just watch it.
Absolutely.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
You see it every day. You see it through. Gotta show your money.
Yeah.
You gotta show your change.
Oh.
Yep.
You gotta show everything on the exterior. And it's so funny when we talk about self-esteem because on the last episode, she literally said she feels like we talking about wants and needs, right?
Yeah,
and she said she feels like she needs a man that like loves himself. And I was like, self-love? She was like, yeah. I'm like, you never hear a woman talk about a man having self-love. We always talk about women being secure with themselves, but like niggas be out here insecure too.
Absolutely.
And just don't know what that looks like.
And I would say they do know what it looks like, but they try to cover it up because they want to be strong. They want to be Superman.
Yeah.
But also with that though, society also put that picture because who does get the Instagram model chick? Who is that guy? It's
Big chains, money.
The money.
Yeah,
it's
big ballers, the BDBs.
You hear too many chicks say, "I just really want somebody that really love themselves."
Yeah,
man.
I really want them to love themselves.
No.
Hey, that's me. What's up? She ain't calling you.
No, for sure.
She wants to do the money, the chain, or that status.
Yeah.
Right. So now, that's a whole nother topic.
Right.
When we talk about relationships, you know what I'm saying? Of who do you really want? You want a man that love himself and show you that he love himself, but he don't have a certain status to go with that love of loving himself.
Or do you want a man to cash you out?
Exactly. That's the
Cash
question.
me out. But there are a lot of this is a whole. Just gonna go to.
Yeah.
There are a lot of females like that.
Yeah.
Males as well. Because
Right,
I know a lot of males that use females as well. It's like,
true.
What are you really looking for? Because me, I would never ever want to show anybody anything that I have, especially if I want love from them.
Yeah,
because that's all I want from you is love.
Yeah.
I don't want anything. I don't want you to
extra
want
shit.
me because he's this or he looks good or no. Want me because of me, what I have to say in my heart, my soul, and because like old girl said, because I love myself.
Exactly. But so when we talk about self-love and the vulnerability piece, right? We're talking about a lot of men not really knowing themselves and being secure, but where do they find that safe space to be? How does a man find that safe space to feel secure, to feel vulnerable with this person? Being woman, man, friend, parent, what kind of safe spaces do we have?
You talk about 3 more hours, bro. You talk about,
give me it in 2 minutes.
No, I mean, because now you talk about environment.
But
where's that environment?
Where's culture
in relationships
and culture?
In culture. There you go. Is it? You will hope that you can find it at home.
Yeah.
But how many guys at home wear a mask? In different relationships, you find it on the job, but the job is something you get income from. So can you really be vulnerable and expose yourself?
No.
Right?
I'm Dewey.
Yeah. You
sitting up
can't
straight.
do
Yeah,
that,
right?
right? Because the job don't want that from you.
No, they
want
don't
you to come
want that.
do a
Do a job.
Can you
Absolutely.
find it in relationships, even among fellas? Really, how many
Not
fellas
really.
sit and talk and really on something? Hey man, you know what, man? I'm really feeling bad today, man. My girl didn't.
Yeah.
Man, shut up, man. Nobody want to hear all that, man.
Right.
Just go ahead with all that. So I mean, that's a. I can't answer that. That's a tough question. What you thinking?
I have a group of guys where we have those conversations.
Man, that's
that's
beautiful, man.
And what I said when we first started talking about this is it's hard because a lot of people have ingrained in their mind that be tough, be strong.
Yeah.
You know, but I have a group of guys where we talk about all our issues. Oh man, my girl did this and da-da-da-da. You know, being vulnerable.
Yeah.
I'm on a journey of being vulnerable. I want to do
Yes.
things that I'm afraid of at
Absolutely.
all
Yeah,
times.
I like that.
At this point. Because
that, yeah.
I'm growing so much because of that.
Yep.
And guess what? When you throw it back at me, I already know. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You can't hurt me with that.
Yeah.
Like seriously.
Yeah, that's real talk. That's real talk.
Y'all both well versed, man. Like literally well versed, like therapists and things like that, right? But I want to see, like, as you as a man, when did you know, or when did you figure out that you had love for yourself? Like you were in, like you said, you have self love.
Yeah.
When did you figure that out? Because I feel like it's a big struggle.
Yeah.
Like literally.
I think for me, when I came to that point of like really not caring
Okay.
what other people might think. Hold on, let me back up. I'm still growing in that space.
Okay.
But I think for loving myself, man, maybe just I think going through the whole counseling program that I've been through and just doing internships and everything like that and meeting other people and watching that pain that they go through for not loving themselves. It made me check myself to say, hold on, man. You know, dang, how can I work with somebody and I don't even love myself?
That's good.
So now I had to check myself and say, okay, what do I love about myself? Like, when the funniest thing I tell people, so when I do counseling with them, it's like, I stutter.
Okay.
And like, how in the world I'm gonna be a therapist and I stutter? Because I know I'm nice with mine. I listen.
I'ma still drop a dime. I'ma still drop some gems.
I talk my shit.
Yeah.
I tell people every time I meet with somebody in session, listen, man, you got it on my waiting list? Man, I'm 30 deep on my waiting list. And you got in? You lucky.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm nice with
I'm
mine.
like that. Yeah, I like that.
I'm nice with my. I do Talkspace, right?
Yeah.
I tell them Talkspace give you 5 stars and they give you 1 star.
Okay.
Your boy get a lot of 5 stars.
Period,
Yes, sir.
Mr. 5 Star.
5 stars, but I get 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I said it don't bother me because I know I'm nice with mine. I tell every client I work with, I'm gonna give you the best I got. Every session you gonna get the best because I honor what I do and I know I'm good at what I do.
Yeah.
Right?
real.
Now I might not meet your need at that particular moment.
But I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
But I know what I'm talking about. Because I'm nice with mine.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna talk that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There it is.
So
I
there
like
it
that
is.
confidence,
So
sir.
Oh, you gotta have it. You gotta have it.
It wasn't until I figured out, I started thinking about how amazing I was, right?
I like that.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
I only started thinking
That's
about,
right.
I only
like that.
thought that way when I stopped comparing myself to everybody else
Yeah.
Yeah.
and started comparing myself now to my present day self to the old me.
That's
And it was like,
good.
oh,
There you go. Yeah, I like that. I like
you know, so when we look at everybody else, you're going to always seem not up to par or less than or whatever. But when you look at the old you,
Yep.
when you're only in competition with yourself,
Yes.
the sky's the limit.
That's really good.
Like I did
bro.
that. Like
That's
I used to
really
be there.
good.
I'm
Yeah.
here now.
Yeah.
You know, so
That's
so
really
that's
good.
that's when it
your
changed for me. That's when
transition,
it just transitioned and clicked for me. It was like,
Yeah.
oh, you are amazing, and I'm okay. I can say that with confidence. I don't
Yeah.
care if you don't think that I'm amazing. I think
know
that I'm
it. I
amazing.
think
now.
that's
That's what it is.
You know,
Period.
so
That's good.
Yeah,
so
I like that.
mine's
Amazing.
I feel like mine's is lame, but real shit.
Go ahead.
So I've always been a yes man, right?
Okay.
So I feel like I started finding my love for myself when I started saying no. And I think
yeah.
that the
That's not
no
lame.
came, it was very strong for me to say no because I've never said no. You know what I'm saying? But the no came from my yeses was just to please everybody else so
Right.
they would accept me or love me or
Yeah.
want me to, so I can feel inferior. Like,
at the
oh, you
expense-
asked me to.
at the expense of what? Of you.
Exactly.
Like you weren't loving yourself.
Yeah,
You-
exactly. So like I've always been confident in my looks. Like that's the thing. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But like look, like literally me always having to say yes and me just being there for whoever just because I felt like I needed to be there for them to accept me and them to know I'm there so they can feel that.
Yeah.
That was when I started feeling like, damn, I start saying no. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. And what you're saying right there, I tell people in sessions, one of the first thing I try to teach is protecting your peace. And what does that mean to protect your peace? Right? That's those no's.
Absolutely.
No.
Right? That's you saying, man, I know I'm amazing in what I do. So you ain't gonna knock me down because I'm comparing myself to what I used to be.
Yes.
And I ain't gonna let you mess up my peace.
Right.
Right. So that's the thing is how do you protect your peace?
Yeah.
And that's a daily thing about protecting your peace.
You know what also what else comes from peace? And I want to hear what y'all got to say.
Okay.
Tears. You know what I'm saying? Tears. Okay.
Oh, let me tell you something.
Tears.
So, I'm an advocate of tears.
Let's talk about it.
I tell, especially when I'm working with parents, I say, well, when's the last time you cried with your kids? And they're like, what? And me personally, I've had crying sessions with my kids, and it is the most beautiful, amazing, therapeutic situations that I've ever been in my life, because I see my kids transition into the role of the caregiver with me.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, daddy, what's wrong? My son rubbing my face. You okay? My daughter stroking my back. Hey. And they go into that caregiver mode. I think tears are amazing.
Yes.
It's a release.
Yeah.
It's therapeutic.
That's what it is.
All that build up, whatever was bothering you, let it, it's okay.
Yeah, that's
but
good.
we grew to learn. Society and culture would tell us, men aren't necessarily supposed to cry.
Yeah.
But I say this to people when they say that. I say, what are babies? And babies are both boys and girls, men and women, right? And what do babies do?
They cry.
They cry.
That's good.
There it is.
Cry.
That's it.
There it is.
That's
That's it.
good. Yeah.
We cry. That's what we do. We're human beings. We
Yeah.
cry. Now, if you want to not be a human being and not cry, do your thing.
Right.
But as for me, and those that want to hear what I have to say, by all means, cry. Oh my God.
And tears go back to being vulnerable, right?
Yes.
Can you be vulnerable?
Can you be vulnerable?
I think you touch on what you just said. I think one of my most emotional moments was when I cried with my son.
Mm-hmm.
It really was, man.
Yeah.
For it's something shifted him to say, "Dang, dude, you cried too."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that now with my daughter, it was a little different because she when we had that exchange, it was like, whoa, okay, Dad, like, because it wasn't. I wish I would have done it at a younger age with her, but now as an adult, it's like, okay, this is different.
Yeah.
How do I embrace you in this role of you being this vulnerable because you never show that sign?
Yeah. And that's you being a nurturer and a caregiver because you teach your kids about expressing their emotions.
Yeah.
That's why all the guys grow up and don't cry because their daddies didn't cry and their daddies didn't cry and their daddies didn't cry.
Exactly.
Real
talk,
but once there is a daddy that breaks that cycle, like my daddy cried, I'm gonna cry. That's the norm.
Yeah. Facts.
How do we get that to be the norm? We do it.
Yeah.
We practice it. We tell people. We invite people.
Invite
That's
people,
what I tell. Like literally, when we have family drama or whatever, I'll tell my clients like, hey, love on your baby some more.
Yeah.
Cry with them. They're like, what you talking about?
Yeah.
Try it. And then
Nah,
we'll
real
talk about
shit.
that.
Because I can go back to the first time I seen my dad cry, and it was when I was working out. And we working out. And so, I used to work out with my dad. We was playing basketball and shit. I get mad. Yeah. No, I don't want to do another motherfucking layup. No, I don't want to, right? But I just remember feeling like this kid who like had my dad, but didn't really have my dad, right? And so my little brother was born. And I was like, my dad lived at the crib with them or whatever. So I'm like, damn, my little brother is going to get all of you.
Yeah.
Like, and I got part of you, And so I remember we were working out. And it was on my head. Again, I didn't express, wasn't vulnerable. It was on my head. I remember working out and he had made a comment. And I'm like, well, you know what I'm saying? Well, when Anthony grow up, maybe he'll be better than me. You know what I'm saying? Just out of like insecurity, you know what I'm saying? Feeling insecure. Yeah. And like that shit stung him to the core. And he started, like he got mad, but he was crying. And we're both like yelling at each other on the court, but he's crying. It's literally the first time I see my dad have tears. But it's what y'all said. He's always been strong. So even leaving the gym that day, we left the YMCA. I'm thinking like, damn, my dad just cried. I didn't hit a fucking nerve. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy as fuck. Wow. But it was literally the first time that I seen him have tears. So for me, it was crazy. It was abnormal. Like
so you're powerful because you brought Clark Kent out of Superman.
All right,
For real. That's real.
But no, real shit. It was like what y'all are saying. It was an adjustment for me. So I think that it's really good for men to hear, women to hear, like cry with your kids.
Cry.
Because and you know what's so crazy? I've seen my mom cry more in like a couple months than I've ever seen her in my whole life.
Oh yeah.
It's like when she dropped tears, I'm like, sis, what are you crying for? Like, what's going on, sister? Like real shit. But she's a person and she's allowed to cry. You know what I'm saying? But I really be confused because, like you said, parents don't cry enough with their kids.
Yeah.
And so I think that's really good for them to hear.
Yeah, because kids will become parents, and they'll
Exactly.
mimic
the thing.
exactly what they see.
That's
It's the you go with what you know. That's so real. You do go with what you know. Like, oh, my daddy didn't cry. My daddy was real man.
I'm not crying.
I'm not gonna cry. Like, my daddy was a real man. I don't remember him crying, but I'm a real man.
Yes.
And my kids will remember me crying.
Remember you cry.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
They will. If I'm sad,
100%.
I'll be sad. Like, there's sad things. Like, like I said, my dad just passed.
Right.
There's been so many tears, you
Yeah.
know, and my son, he's 4 and he's processing it. Daddy, he calls the funeral the sing. I don't know why it's
Does
the
he
sing.
really?
Yeah. But he says, Daddy, you was crying at the sing? Yes, yes, son. I was crying at the sing. I was.
Yeah.
It's okay, Daddy.
Yeah.
I miss Big Daddy, and it's stuff like that. Like, oh my God,
Now you
it makes
crying
you cry
again,
more.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it has to become practice. It has to be
practice,
and become normative. It has to be that.
So we talked also when we were touching on men and things like that. We're talking about vulnerability, right? So one thing that I've struggled with is being vulnerable with a woman, right? So like, can y'all speak to what a man needs from their significant other, being a man, woman, whatever? What do they need from their significant other?
Support.
And people say support all the time. I hate to cut you off,
So-
but what does that look like though?
I need effort matched.
Okay.
I need matched effort. A lot of women I hear like, oh, pay my bills and this, that, and the third. And it's like, well, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Because of me, you can't tell me like, oh, I'm taking care of the kids, doing all that.
Yeah.
Well, baby, I do all that on my own.
Yeah.
So now what are you bringing? What really are you bringing to me?
Yeah.
Because I can raise my kids on my own.
Yeah.
I can take care of my bills on my own. I can do all of that on my own. But I need matched effort. I need
matched
matched
effort.
love. I need if I don't have it one day, I need you to have it for me. Just like when you don't have it or whatever it is, I have it for you.
Right.
I just need that.
That match energy and match love.
I think for me, if we're gonna have this conversation, let's have it. It's you have to see me, right? I think a lot of men in any type of relationship, can I be in a relationship with you and not wear a mask?
Right.
That's big.
Can I be vulnerable?
Can I be in a relationship? Yes, that's that vulnerability, but also
Yeah.
can you see me and see if I didn't meet the expectation, but you still see me,
Right.
right?
Okay.
Like you said, if I'm not Superman, but you see Clark Kent, but you still love everything
Am I
about
good?
Clark
Yeah,
Kent.
am I good? Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Can in this relationship, and we talk about love, can I give you the love that you need, and you match that love back to me? But can we have some conversations and some truth in this relationship of can I expose that shit about me?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And are you able to handle that part about me too? So when we had that conversation about relationships, I think that's like one of the biggest things about relationship is can I be in this relationship and you see me for everything about me,
Yeah.
the good, the bad, the ugly,
Yeah.
and can we grow
Yeah,
with all of
that's
that?
good.
I
That's
think a lot
good.
of you could be in a relationship and it mess people up when I say this. You can be in a relationship and be just as lonely if you were single. For real.
That ass.
And be just now you in a relationship and you lonely.
Yeah.
That's even more scary.
It's a bad thing. Yeah.
Can somebody
be
get
out
him
of a
a
relationship.
Bible on the cross?
Damn, like God damn.
He's preaching right now.
But you see what I'm saying? And we
Yes.
and we sometimes stay in relationships
Comfortability.
that we shouldn't be in
We're comfortable. Yeah.
because of obligations or duties or. Let me chill out.
Put a fork in it. Put a fork in it.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean
I'm not gonna touch
All right,
you on
that's
that,
cool. That's
'cause,
cool. You know what?
I'm gonna
This
get in
is what
trouble
we're gonna do. This is
too.
what we're gonna do. Because I'm sitting with 2 therapists and they about to have me in a choke. Shit, you know what I'm saying? So I want to know this. Real talk. I want to know this. So for y'all being therapists and y'all being well versed in y'all's area, right? Who counsels the counselor? Who counsels the counselor?
Another therapist.
Not the therapist.
Okay.
I go to a
I-
therapist.
I- I-
y'all
I-
said-
yeah.
I go to a
Got you,
therapist,
yeah.
and it is needed.
Okay.
I
like,
take,
damn, y'all
when I
doing
say-
a lot of shit.
when I say, and Craig will know,
Yeah.
we take on everybody's troubles and we
Yeah.
process their troubles with them, and we try to regurgitate it,
Yeah.
back to them in a way that they see it outside of their perspective.
Absolutely.
Well, all of that is, that's secondary
that's
trauma
heavy.
coming to us.
That's
Yeah.
heavy.
That stuff
That's
is coming to us.
Yeah.
So we have to have a way of releasing it. Now, you would be smart. Some people don't, know, but I think that you would be wise to seek counsel for somebody else, like a mentorship.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
I don't know it all. I'm not about to sit here and act like I know it all.
Nah.
There's times where I say, you know what? Let's find out. Let's figure it out.
Yeah.
That's something that we need to dive into. I'm glad you said that because now you got my mind wondering about whatever it is. But I definitely I see a therapist.
Yeah.
You know, I see a therapist. She's amazing. She's wonderful. She helps me and she's real with me and she paints this picture that I can't
you
paint.
can't even see.
You know, I can only see it my perspective through my lens.
good.
Like, well, I see it like this. Well, Devin, look
You're
at this
wrong.
picture. Oh, you know, yeah.
Oh man, I keep my therapist on speed dial. I avoid her when I don't want to.
Oh, yeah.
She's like bringing that shit to me. And she like,
Yeah.
dude, what you doing?
Yeah.
You know you messing up
Yes.
right now. You
Right.
know you should. Man, don't come.
I don't wanna hear that.
Hey, you missing sessions. You missed the last 3 sessions. Craig.
Right.
Where you at?
Right.
Man, I ain't trying to hear that right now. I don't
Right.
want to hear all that.
Right.
'Cause I know you're gonna tell me
Right.
something I don't want to do.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to address. I don't want to face.
Right.
Yeah.
You know. But
Absolutely.
we have to see. You know, we have to have therapists, and also outside of therapists, having that mentor, have somebody that been through some stuff you might be going through.
Mm-hmm.
Not nobody that's perfect. I want to talk to the dude that, you know, fuck some shit up.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And be like, listen,
Yeah.
this is what I did. So if you go down that road, this is what you might see.
I'm glad you said
No.
that because it's not just another therapist that we
Yeah.
learn from,
Oh,
or that I learned
no.
from. Like I said, I just called on this guy. He's actually my daughter's one of her coaches, and I called on him, and that was therapy. He was my therapist at that moment.
Yeah.
'Cause I didn't have the answer. I didn't know what to
have
do.
it.
I'm like, yo, this is just like, you know, and the issue with my daughter is lazy.
Yeah.
You know, she's just a lazy kid. I feel like I raised a spoiled brat, and she doesn't want to do anything.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
So
right,
I'm struggling. I am struggling with this. Like, I don't teach this.
Yeah.
It's not what I'm
Okay.
teaching you.
Okay.
You know, so I had to reach out and I reached out and he gave me everything I needed.
Yeah.
You know, and paying attention to whatever.
Okay.
I mean, having this conversation right here, I'm picking up
Oh,
stuff.
man, yeah.
Having conversations with whoever.
For real.
You pick it up and you
do.
keep it.
Yeah.
You know, and you apply it.
Absolutely. So my question is for y'all, how do we get more men into therapy, into these spaces where they can talk, they can feel vulnerable? What do you say to them? What's some advice? Because it took me a while.
You welcome them, or you welcome them, and or you shock them.
Okay.
Right. What I mean by shock them, there was a situation. I was in the bar one day. Right. This guy was standing. It was crowded. This guy was standing just in a weird position. You know, I
Okay.
kind of grabbed the guy, and not grabbed him. Just like, hey brother, if you kind of rotate, like, he got the spat, motherfucker, don't you touch me? Like, I'm like, whoa, sir. All right, yeah. You know, he was doing all that, and I'm like, all right, bro. Like, I was just trying. Like, I don't give. He going ham. You know, my homegirl pulling me like, Devin, no, because she, you know, I can go there too. I know you go wherever they at. You know, so he's doing all that, and I'm just like, all right, brother. Like, you know, I was just trying to whatever. Let's just go on with whatever. And he's still spazzy. He's still going. I'm like, look, man, you a brother like me. We supposed to be brother. You ain't my motherfucking brother, nigga. Spazzing. I'm like, all right, let's say, look, this is what we're gonna do. I said, I don't know you, and you don't know me.
Facts.
If we get to doing all this, we're gonna know each other.
Absolutely.
We don't.
We gonna know each other.
I said, we don't need to do all that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm having an amazing night. I wasn't even mad. I didn't get mad not once. I didn't feel mad, no anger in my body.
Yeah.
I said, I'm going to continue to have a good night, and you continue to have a good night. I'm sorry that I touched you. You're absolutely right. I shouldn't have touched you.
Yeah.
It is.
You got it, bro.
Don't you know that man left, did whatever he did? I'm having an amazing night. I'm kicking it. It's chicks I'm living, right? I'm living. I'm alive. That
You're alive. You doing you.
that man found me about 15, 20 minutes later. Said, hey, bro. Like, yes. He's like, I just wanted to tell you that you were absolutely right about everything you said.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I came at you like that. He like, you look good. Like, you doing your thing. Like, I can't. You're right. I'm sorry. Like he just kept apologizing to me.
That's good.
And in that moment, it was like, oh, that's why I say you shocked them.
Yeah.
He had never been talked to or treated like that. His energy had always been matched with other energy. I could have matched him with him. Could have did all that. I probably would have slammed it, you know, whatever. But at the end of the day, like, you know, I didn't match his energy. It was shocking to him. He was like, you know, so having those conversations, giving people outlets, having these podcasts, you know, putting it out there, visualizing Black men crying, being vulnerable, you know, opening up. That's it. You know, word of mouth as well. Like, you know, your family everybody around you will know different because of you.
Because of what you did. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
Let
good.
me share two things. I think to get more black male in the therapy is definitely sharing, and also don't feel like you have to find somebody that look like you, because that might be limited, right? I'm a therapist. I'm an African American male therapist. I mean, that you're African American male therapist. You can't see every African American male.
And let me say something real quick.
Go ahead.
That in itself is exclusive. There are not a lot of African American male therapists, you know. So kudos to you, bro.
You know, and you got to be open. You got to be open because to work with somebody that look a little different than you, it's okay. Now you might have to educate them about, you know, your
what
struggle,
you
your environment, your culture,
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
But it's okay. So we can't say I have the master key or you have the master key to work with African American male, because I work with white males, I work with white females, I work with black females. So that's it. First of all, to not be afraid to have a conversation with somebody that look a little different than you.
Yeah.
And you said something there too about aggression. I had a guy that I wasn't working with this one particular guy. It was when I was at Children's Services, right? This young man came in probably in his between 25 and 30 years old. His sons was in foster care. He wanted to get his sons out of foster care, right? So he comes into a meeting to talk about getting his kids out of foster care. He in there hollering, cussing, going off. They called a deputy up front to come deal with him, and he making him lead the meeting. Yeah. So he go outside. So they come get me. Great. You know, it's this guy going off. You go talk to him. Yeah. What you calling me for?
Hold on. That's what they do. Hold on. First of all, at Children's Services, I was the removal king. I'm like,
they
whoa,
go get you. Yeah.
You a black man? Yeah. If there's aggression,
they call me.
So I'm like, what I'm gonna do? So I go out. You know, all right. I go out. You know, because I remember I said I'm nice with mine. Yeah. Period. Yeah. I'm nice with mine. Oh yeah. So I go out. I holler at him. I said, man, I said, bro, listen. I said, all that you're doing, they can't hear you. He said, what you mean? Your voice, you can't hear you. I said, because check this out. What I hear you say, you passionate about your kids. You passionate about your sons. But what they hear you say, you cussing, you screaming, you want to shoot up the place. They don't hear that. So you know, me being me, I said, man, give me a hug, man. This dude hugged me and just melted. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like crying and everything. Like, you know, that aggression, bro, ain't gonna get you your kids. Yeah. But having those, not being afraid to, you know, do you around the fellas you talking like, man, how many of y'all in counseling?
Absolutely.
Why ain't y'all going to counseling?
Yeah.
Man, I'm in
counseling. I'm definitely the therapy advocate.
And that was beautiful because
I'm definitely the therapy advocate.
Yeah. That was beautiful because you taught him something.
Yeah.
You know? All he knew was the aggression. And that's the thing that other people don't know. Yeah. Is that all some people know is what they're presenting to you.
Yeah. There you go.
That guy in the club, all he knew was that. You grab me, I gotta look and play the part.
You gotta be that. Yeah.
You taught him something new. You probably changed his life and his kid's life. And I mean, literally, it's a whole trickle down effect.
Yeah. But when we talk about getting black males in a therapy, is that what is having those tough conversations with one another. You know, having those conversations when we just ain't always bullshitting.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Productive. Hey man, counseling be a good. Like hand on.
Yeah.
Shut up, man. Let's talk about counseling.
Like, no, nigga, go sit on the couch.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you really
go sit on the couch and talk about it because you need to.
You need to. Yeah, exactly.
Like real shit. Learn something new.
Yeah. Okay, y'all bless me today. You know what I'm saying? Two therapists talking their shit, right? So we're gonna go ahead and temp check. I feel like the temp check a little heavy too. So temp check is basically people write in questions and then we answer them, right?
Okay.
So y'all ready for this one? Because it seems a little heavy. You know what I'm saying? All right. So. Hey Dewey, discussing mental health challenges is stigmatized for many demographics, but particularly with black men. Because of this, many men tend to project their traumas onto their partners and children without accepting responsibility for how it affects those relationships. What advice would you give to men with regards to dealing with the root of their issues so that they can be their optimal self?
I would say, first of all, go to counseling.
Yeah.
But secondly, find a release, because a lot of that is just pent up energy and I don't want to just say aggression, because it's not just aggression, trauma, all the above. It's just pent up and they have no outlet. Yeah, you know, a lot of the thing that people don't realize is a lot of black men don't have outlets. Yeah, you know, they don't know like how can I release all this besides fighting and cussing something out, because that's all I know.
Absolutely,
and that's all my daddy knew, and that's what happened in my hood or my street. That's what we did.
Yep.
That was our release.
Right.
You know, so learning something new,
And
you know,
finding that release.
being their partner, try to teach them something new. Hey, let's try this.
Yeah.
You know, not fighting fire with fire, because a lot of those same partners, you know, I'm not saying the lady to ask that question, those same partners are going to add fuel to that
Toxic
fire
versus
because you're
toxic.
dealing with something that you don't understand. Just like
Absolutely.
those people that were calling the deputy and the sheriff over there when they really needed to call Craig and give that man a hug.
Right. Exactly.
They didn't know
That's
that.
it.
I think you said it best, Devin, and she said it was kind of what we talked about a little bit earlier, as her partner, not putting the responsibility solely on her, but she's giving him the space to be vulnerable, giving him the space to be weak,
Yes.
giving him the space to be Clark Kent,
Yes.
and be okay with him being Clark Kent,
Yeah.
right? Because what she's saying, like, he got this trauma, he got all this other stuff, boom, 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 boom. So I'm asking her, you know, as his partner, can he be vulnerable and you be okay with that?
Absolutely.
And maybe his vulnerability might show up in some other absences in the relationship.
Yeah.
And can you deal with that?
Yeah.
Until he grow in that area.
Yeah. It's basically what y'all
And
said.
and the other component to that, it's not necessarily her responsibility.
Yes, no.
Oh, of course.
You know?
Yeah.
So
for sure.
I definitely want to clarify that.
Yeah, for sure.
But,
for sure.
And he needs help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he needs to be
What's
seeking
his
help.
support group look like?
He needs
Yes.
He needs to be
Yeah.
seeking help.
Yeah.
How is his mind? Is he willing to be vulnerable and seek help?
But
Because
speaking
in
on
some
what y'all said,
situations,
though,
it's like, well, you can keep spinning your wheel because this man,
Yeah.
this is who he is and this is who he's going to be.
That's a good point.
So
Yeah.
you might as well extra stage left.
but I think it's important though for your partner to speak up and say that you do need help, because a lot of people, I'm not saying she did, but a lot of people don't, or a lot of partners don't speak up at the time. Like, you actually, it'd be maybe an argument. It's like, nigga, you crazy as fuck. You need to go therapy, nigga.
Yeah, that's
But
the
on some
wrong
real
time
shit,
to
that's
say
like,
it.
oh,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
tell me I need
Nobody's
help.
gonna
Don't
receive
tell me
any of that.
Don't tell me I need help.
Go
Don't
to
call
that.
us,
You
don't
need to
call
go
us
to get a
then.
counselor.
Don't
Like,
call us then.
all
Don't
right,
call us then.
now I'm not
No,
going to get a
now
counselor
it's
because you
gonna
just
call us
said
fucking mad.
Right.
But like, honestly, finding those spaces where like y'all chilling, y'all at dinner or something, you like, hey babe, have you ever looked into therapy? Like, real
Absolutely.
talk. Like my
Yeah.
cousin, like you
Absolutely.
can make some
Yeah.
shit up. My cousin went to therapy and that motherfucker said it was great for him.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
babe, I think you should
I'll
really
go
think
with
it
you.
out. You know,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
Let's go together.
Like
how you serve it to him.
Yeah.
You know, how
suggesting
you
that.
serve it to him.
And it's
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
like you said, it's delivery. It's
Yes.
definitely
Delivery,
delivery.
yes.
So one thing I will say to her is that definitely work on your delivery to him, but definitely tell him he need help, because we need that sometimes.
Yeah.
I wish a girl would back in the day tell me I need therapy. But you said what? I need
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, I needed it.
Yeah.
You feel me? I needed it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? This is good shit. Shop
Yeah.
talk went crazy. All right? You know what I'm saying? So at this point, we're gonna wrap it up. Y'all gonna tell them where to find y'all. I don't know if y'all open to sharing that information, but if y'all are, let them know y'all's name, where to find y'all if they are looking for. Because I hope the niggas out here better get some therapy in them.
Better
We
get
need
some
it. 'Cause we need it,
therapy.
y'all. And the
Therapy,
women too,
therapy.
but
Yeah,
nigga, we focus on niggas.
yeah,
So
yeah,
niggas
yeah.
need therapy today. So hit these niggas up. All right.
Yeah.
So go ahead, share.
Once again, Craig Fitzgerald. I practice private practice out of Modern Therapy. Just look up Modern Therapy. My name would come up with my
Period.
bio,
My name gonna do numbers.
I'm that
5
dude.
stars.
Yeah.
I'm that dude.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just hit me up that way, and we could get it going.
Period.
Yeah. Devin, Washington. I'm at Conquering Walls Counseling Agency. So you can go there, Conquering Walls Counseling Agency, Google it. I'll be on there. I'll be on the website. At Get'emDev, GetMDev on Instagram. So feel free to reach out to me. I mean, it's all love. Like I want to see more of this. I want to see
Yeah.
people, not just African American people,
Yeah.
getting
Yeah,
better,
need it.
and not just getting better, but feeling better.
Yeah.
I like that.
Because it's internal. So
Yes, I like
Yeah.
that. All right, so y'all already know where to find me. Prescribe DR _ and prescribe DR on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah.
TikTok is TikToking a little bit, so hit me up on TikTok. Still prescribe DR. This is really good. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking in a lot. It's a
no.
good episode, so I really want to thank y'all for coming out.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for sharing
Thanks for
your
having me.
stories. Thank y'all
Thank
for sharing
you.
all of
Yeah,
that.
it was a pleasure.
You know what I'm saying? Prescribe with the realest, where we say the things your friends won't say, and your man gonna lie about, and we out.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all.